Welcome everybody to Game 1 of Gen.M Esports versus gillyShark at Bingo Night! Gen.M Esports did win the coin flip, deciding to go for the map pick, banning out Alterac Pass as well as Cursed Hollow. gillyShark then banned out Brax's Holdout and Dragonshire, no offlane maps this evening. Gen.M Esports then takes us to Tomb of the Spider Queen, which if I recall was Game 1 the last time I cast for them. Hirosh instant ban right out of the gate here. Interesting. Stitch is banned, also interesting. Since we're kind of in a breather, the Greek Fire N. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. I am very glad to have you. Junkrat is banned out as well. That is a pretty solid pick for this map. Mephisto as well, both of which are able to stall out that objective for a long time. Johanna is the first pick coming from gillyShark. Let me double check. A lot of these are just messages, but it will be interesting. Pick a green talent at 13. What on earth is pick a green talent at 13? I don't know what that means. Mouse over, challenge, more info. Mouse over. Doesn't tell me anything. I'm assuming it's literally the color green. But anyway, Stukov and Blaze are the next picked up for Gen.M Esports. Here's what this will be. Toronto's a pretty common pick for this map. Maiev and Leoric. Quickly checking the bingo board. Does not look like anything. Yeah, does not look like anything for the bingo board yet. Yeah, no, nothing for the bingo board yet. I just realized one of them is a very specific hero in a very specific draft slot. Interesting. Very interesting. Rhaegar is banned out. Patience is so OP. I've not seen him type, so I don't know if he's here. Oh, he's actually in the game, so that's why he's not typing. That explains why he requested me to cast then. Let's go, Gilly. Yeah, I will have a prediction up pretty soon. Unfortunately, because I don't help, I can't claim it typically, so it'll probably be up in the middle of the draft for you guys. Diablo is banned out. This isn't his greatest map, but he can be a bit of a nuisance. Dahaka and Falstad! Double global on one of the smallest maps. Interesting. There are a lot of bushes, so Dahaka can move stupid fast on this map. The Falstad, though, like, a lot of his strength comes from the global. I guess it's just a comfort pick. We'll have to see. Malfurion! It's been a good long while since I've seen a Malfurion picked up, and Kel'Thus as well. We might see that there is a, as healer go E-build, so we might see a root Malfurion here. Here's what Randy Newman picks. You are right! Thank you for pointing that out, Majesty 007. That is likely a main tank Dahaka. Either that or Blaze is the main tank, but I do think Dahaka works a little bit better as a main tank. So it'll be very interesting to... Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how this goes. Getting help. assuming that's all in good fun, I'll allow that message through. Just be nice. Ah, gotcha. Okay. That makes more sense. So yeah, no, I'll allow that through. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get into game number 1. Like I said, we have Randy Newman on Chromie, Patience on the Stukov, Cawthorn on Blaze, Infox on the Dahaka, and Leorice on the Volstad for Gen.M Esports. On the right side, we have Stark on Johanna, Schumann on KT, excuse me, Iron on Malfurion, Ekib on Maev. I forgot to throw out the prediction. Let's throw that out there now. Oh, Johanna went down. Whoops. And I forgot who I haven't announced. But that's gillyShark at Bingo Night, who are playing Bingo this evening. And it does look like healer going E-build is what they're going for here. You haven't played enough with the Fox then? I feel like there's references happening here that I don't get, and I apologize for that. Big tongue onto the Maya, lots of aggression onto both sides. Silence onto Johanna. Oh, poor Infox. Infofox in a lot of danger, and he does go flying through the air. Poor man. Maev did some serious work there. I think Malfurion's going E-build. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Yeah, Gen.M, for huge first blood, absolutely. Gen.M, oh, I mean, it's a trade. Honestly, like, and this wave clear is just absurd. Like, you've got KT Joe. That's just absolutely insane. These waves just stop existing. Bottom camp does get picked up by the Maev as well as the Leoric, and a bit of siege initiates in that bot lane. I forgot to give you guys music. My bad, my bad. Does look like we have a not-so-solo lane going on right now. The Maev is starting to walk away. And both sides do start picking up their bruiser camp. This poor Dahaka getting absolutely bullied by the Warden. Absolutely bullied. Hopefully that does not end up being too much of a nuisance as time goes on. Good tongue, though. Tries to... Oh, and the burrow, too. Very nicely done by the Dahaka, completely negating that work Maev was putting out there. Chromie, though, in a lot of danger. She does go back to Sip. And the waves continue to just stop existing, thanks to the KT Johanna. I gave you guys way too much time on that prediction. Oh well. Speaking of the lanes, the camps are also just getting absolutely demolished by KT Joe. So far, map pressure is favoring the Bingo Night here. Oh, Chromie does get pulled by the Maev in a little bit of danger, down to about half health. Should be okay, though. Music, not bad. There we go. Big sleep onto Dahaka. He is forced to walk into the enemy team from the Maev. Pops the essence. Not a whole lot of healing to be gained there. There we go. Now hear music. Dahaka is burrowing back in from the... Oh, both sides have turn in here, so we're probably going to see a fight going on. Baha, welcome! Good to see you, man. Dahaka's starting to blow up these lanes, too. These lanes are just absolutely falling apart. Chromie starting to show why she was drafted here. Poking out those objectives basically forever. That is going to be a serious move. Oh, Maya, very, very low there. Does manage to evade the Chromie damage. Yes, Hector. The signature maintained Dahaka. Stop does go onto KT, just barely missed. Oh, KT dropping very quickly from that Stukov combo. Chromie may have missed, but Stukov did not. KT barely staying alive. Probably going to see red turn in momentarily. Guessing from Leoric. And indeed it is a red turn-in. No serious fights as of yet. Levels are the same at the moment. Looks like they're going to focus on that top lane. Possibly not. Webweavers spawn an enemy wave, I think? Yeah, they spawn an enemy wave, not friendly wave. Joe does take a fair amount of damage there, though. Dahaka does just burrow under the root, because that makes sense. And the sieging commences. Joe is at 50% health and mana, so they probably can't be too aggressive here. Maiev, though, is definitely looking to set something up. Yep, doesn't look like they're going to find anything. They're just going to get a little bit of free siege and then back off. That is a tower. Dahaka, though, dealing with that mid lane pretty easily. And Blaze finishing up bot pretty easily, but that tower is down. We do have a potential double turn-in for blue team.
Having trouble.
Lots of zoning potential as Chromie has her ultimate now. That is going to be a serious nuisance combined with the Stukov arm for gillyShark. Blue Web Weavers are going to start entering the battlefield momentarily as they do get their turn in. Dahaka taking a fair amount of damage. 10s are available for both teams, and a few ults getting thrown out here, namely Phoenix and the Shield. Looks like Maiev is going to solo defend top for a short moment, while gillyShark does clear out mid basically for free. Unfortunately, Maiev can't do a whole lot here. She is seriously outranged. She's trying. Oh, she does go in, getting the double tether, and does get the stop onto Stukov. Speaking of stop, both tanks get stopped in that rotation up from the bottom. Objective does get absolutely blown up without even a second, without a second hesitation. It's gone. Bit of aggression from the Dahaka. He does get stunned. Maiev looking to engage, but the burrow stops that in short order. Poor Leo. Had to pop his Ghost Wash. We do have red turn-in available. Phoenix does get popped to try and secure that. A lot of those gems are on both of the front line, which is going to make zoning a little tricky. Not sure where to look right now. There's a lot going on. Yeah, both sides do have their turn-ins. And whichever side turns in at this stage likely takes a fort, honestly. Looks like a bit of a fight going on in the bot lane.
Your world is upside down.
I'm hearing a lot of KT voice lines. I don't know why. He's like back on my screen constantly. A little bit of poke damage onto both teams. Both teams just trying to find an opportunity to take out the other. Falstad, though, going to pick up that bottom camp, put a little bit of map pressure out there. Joe does get her turn in. Yep. Leo has the rest of the gems, though, so as long as Leo is kept track of, it's going to be very hard for gillyShark to get their turn in. But Joe is securing that out. Yeah, no turn in the top lane. Leo does get stopped. Tongue onto Johanna, stun back onto the Dahaka. Joe is fine, though. Phoenix gets popped as gillyShark disengages temporarily. Blaze does have the turn-in, or does have the spot that he can turn in. Bruiser Camp does get picked up. Oh, and the top Web Weavers in the top get snuffed out. That red camp gets absolutely rolled. And here we go as the objective pushes in. Neither side has XP advantage. Lots of damage onto Dahaka. He does pop his essence. Tether onto him as well. Silence trying to keep Dahaka alive and does successfully do so. KT starts the clearing of the top lane. Now these Web Weavers are getting annihilated by gillyShark. They may not be winning the objectives much right now, but they definitely... Oh! Leoric gets picked up in the bot lane. Blaze hard diving into the enemy structure, which makes a whole lot of sense. All of those Leo gems are gone. There's also no one to answer that push at the moment. Tongue does go onto the Johanna. Big Silence secures the Johanna kill. We still have gillyShark turn-in. I thought Leo was basically all of the gems, but no, he's like, they're still turning. As I stated before, at least one fort did go down. In fact, two. I did not hear the bottom fort go down, but that is 2 forts down on the side of gillyShark. Yeah, big gem hit. Absolutely big gem hit. Their nerf Cawthorn. Oh. Few gems get turned in for Gen.M. Not much difficulty there. Daka does see the turn-in begin for gillyShark. Not a whole lot he can do about it though. And Red Web Weavers do go down as well as Dahaka. My word. I lost the ability to speak. His camp should get blown up pretty fast, hopefully before the Web Weavers show up. Not really, but the spawn will happen right in the middle there. Leoric doing what he can to help out his spider friend, and Falstad goes down in the top lane, mostly due to that isolation disc from the Maya. And that is that's 3 down actually on the side of Gen.M with Web Weavers pushing. That is a very dangerous situation. Mid lane did get cleared out for free. However, there's still a lot of damage going out here. Big burrow in from Dahaka, big stasis to keep himself alive, as Maya did have a very lethal tether there. Looks like they'll only get the front wall here. Possibly not even that. Oh, they do. Barely, but they do get it. Web Weavers, which I apparently cannot say, have so far been a lot more beneficial for Gen.M Esports. Big engage from the Blaze, but it's the blue health bars who are starting to drop here. Big Entomb as well, swipes helping to negate that Entomb. All ultimates are down for gillyShark aside from the defensive ult there. And both sides look like they're just going to try and reset. They're both pretty close to their next turn-in, though. Sharks have killer instincts for diving buildings. Yep. I noticed that pretty quick. Turn-in is available for the gillySharks. Less than groovy. Depends on which side you're voting for. Dahaka does throw the tongue out, not finding his mark, unfortunately, and he is bullied away from that point. And it looks like gillySharks are going to successfully get their turn-in. That is a camp pushing in the bottom for Gen.M Esports. lane is not going to get a whole lot of value here, but it does not look like gillySharks care in the least, focusing almost entirely on the mid lane right now. Phoenix does get popped, trying to put a little bit of siege damage out there, and the fort does go down right as the web weavers show up, meaning that that's going to spawn basically right on top of that keep. Should get blown up pretty quick, though, as everyone is there to fight it. Bot lane web weaver is already dead. And top lane has a little ways to go before it pushes onto a keep. Nice massive cleanse. I didn't notice it. Damn, I'm usually pretty good about catching those things. Lots of damage onto Chromie over the wall. Webweaver goes down almost immediately. And gillySharks does not seem to care. They're just going, alright, fine, we'll push other lanes. We do have a turn-in potentially available for Gen.M, which gillySharks definitely hears. They don't have Leo available, though, as he's answering that bot lane. A little bit of poke damage going out onto Dahaka from the Kael'thas. Manages to dodge it, but that stasis is on cooldown. If Maya have noticed that, Dahaka could be in a lot of danger, but it's in fact Joe who's in a lot of danger right now. Maya not going in through that bottom there. Leo's still not available for this fight yet. Dahaka, though, dropping to about half HP. Stop onto Maya, silence right underneath it. She's in a little bit of danger, but she is fine. Dahaka does pop the essence to heal back up, and Maya goes in, does get the isolation on her, and she does go down. Speaking of going down, Leo did join the fight, but it looks like he only joined the fight to die, unfortunately. And he's just going to harass them. We do see Gen.M going for the boss objective play here. Potentially greedy. It's a little... Actually, no. No, they've got 20s. They've got 20s. They've got 30 seconds. I think they've got this. And this is basically impossible to deal with, in all honesty. I've not seen anyone survive this situation. Like... I have legitimately never seen anyone survive this situation. And if they do, like, hats off to gillyShark. But, yeah, no, not. I've not seen this. Oh. We do have a leave. Let's go ahead and hop to the map selection. Well, we'll just hop to pregame. We'll just hang here. But, yeah, no, I'm, like... Not a good DC timing. Because, like, sometimes you can kind of just let it go, but, like, in this situation, they really need Kael'thas back. Looks like they're back. I've not seen... This is livable? Hector, you think this is livable? I mean... If they pull it off, they'll be the first I've seen. I don't think I can... Yeah, I can't talk to them. But yeah, no, like, legitimately, if this is the... This would be the first. And it absolutely could be a first! Like, this could be a Shadona's first. Looks like both teams say R, so we're probably gonna get right back into it. Yep, there we go. Let's get back into it. Boss is pushing onto the keep here. Everyone on red team is available for the defense. Keep does go down. Entomb to try and zone out the attackers. Leoric goes in, losing almost all of his HP. Boss is still over 50%. Core has full shields, though. Core wave does go out. Isolation disc onto the Blaze, lots of aggression onto these blue health bars, both player and non-player. It's Hector, you might be right. This might actually be a Shadona's first living. Bunker gets dropped, Phoenix as well. Core down to about 50%. Boss is burning fast, though. Stukov goes down, but so does the core. Damn. That was far closer than I thought it'd be. Far closer than I thought it'd be. Oh my word. I'm gonna wait for the end and then pop an ad. Welcome everybody to game number 2 of our series between Gen.M Esports and gillyShark at Bingo Night. Gen.M Esports did win the coin flip, banning out Alterac Pass as well as Cursed Hollow. gillySharks then banned out both of the solo lane maps, Dragonshire as well as Braxis Holdout. So Gen.M Esports takes us to Tomb of the Spider Queen, which they won! And now they take us to Infernal Shrines. Name a NBA team for a edit? I don't know what you mean by that. But let's go ahead and get into the draft here, where we have Garrosh and Junkrat banned out once again for gillyShark. Hogger banned out, which makes a lot of sense. And Maev gets banned out. So that's definitely not a hero that's going to show up for the entire series. Joe is classified as a hero that shows up for the entire series. That's a thing. So she does get picked up, continuing the the goal of the bingo. To be fair, I don't think that's a very valuable spot. Stukov and Blaze picked up yet again for Gen.M Esports. Is this just going to be basically the same draft again? This could end up being basically the same draft again. Everybody always bugs me while I'm streaming. Like, anytime I interact with anyone, all of the people message me. And it feels wrong to have notifications, but I can't answer them yet. I can't even read them. Rhaegar and Tychus are our next pickups here. Probably an off-lane ban. They might go for Dahaka again, so they're probably not going to ban that. Could see Leo ban. Maybe a damage though. Oh, it is Dahaka who gets banned, so they are not going for him. I don't know who gets banned here. Wouldn't have guessed that. That would have been my guess. I was trying to think about what I would guess, and it definitely wasn't that. Let's see. Actually, yeah, Blaze is probably the off lane. So it's probably tank and one of the damage dealers. But I don't know what the damage is. Imperius and Kel'Thas are the pickups here. I can see it working. Imperius Stukov can be pretty scary. And Kel'Thas Imperius is also pretty scary. That's got a lot of potential there. That's got a lot of potential. I really don't know what this is. I can think of a few things based on the... Okay. Let them cook, let them cook. Interesting. Is that a bingo thing? Not one that I see. You called it, Majesty. I don't know how you called it, but you called it. I'm assuming that's a Gen.M thing. Go ahead and top that prediction. Yeah, no, I did not see that coming. You guys did. So respect to you guys. I disagree, but let's go ahead and get into our game number 2. On the left side, we have Gen.M Esports with Cawthorn on Blaze, Infofox on the Imperius, that one, Randy Newman on Butcher, Patience on Stukov, and Lerais on the KT. On the right side, for gillySharks at Bingo Night, we have Ekab on Malthael, Schumann on Tychus, Stark on Johanna, Iron on Rhaegar, and Chess Looter on the Sonya. All in on Gilly? Alright. Gotta love the, gotta respect the all in there. And everybody stares at each other. From the fog, so nobody can actually see each other. They just stare. Stare into the fog. Stun does come through from the Blaze. Fair bit of damage onto Johanna, but she is alright for the most part. Let's give you guys some music again. Now it's E-build here, healer. It's gotta be E-build here, healer. Totem Rhaegar is pretty scary and does help deal with Butcher. Charge comes through onto the Johanna, does not connect though. Uh-oh, Malthael does get hit by the spear. Butcher right behind, and that's a bit of meat for the Butcher. 32 at 1 minute, not bad at all. Does look like both sides are going to start their camps here. Potentially. Maybe. Yes, both sides are starting their camps. Where's Butcher? Oh, Butcher's soft lane. Okay. Makes sense. I feel like my sound's being weird. I don't know why. Let me know if the sound's being weird at all. Does look like both sides are looking at their bottom, at the bottom camp down here. Not sure either team's actually going to commit to it. Johanna does engage. Big multi-grab. That was subdue. That was 100% subdue. Did she not pick that up before that happened? Like, that was definitely a subdue completion. Big engage from the Imperius onto the point. Silence Arm putting a ton of damage onto gillyShark. Currently 3v4. Imperius does go down. Butcher shows up for the meat. Does take out Sonya. Stark doing the best that they can on the point. Does engage even further. That is a lot of meat for Butcher very early on. Do Angel in Diablo lore have flesh to provide meat with? No, Angels do not have meat. They are some sort of energy, I think. We do see a Mortar? Yeah, Mortar Punisher in the mid lane here. Gen.M Esports putting a ton of damage onto these shrine monsters. 100 meat already for Butcher. That is a very scary sight. I think my cat might be trying to get into my room. She knows she can. Anyway, we do Johanna does look like she's going to try and engage. Sevens are available for both sides. They decide not to engage. Well, Malthael does push that top lane up. Here comes the bait. Quarter Punisher takes the bait right over the wall. Already down to a half health. Stukov showing why he's strong on this map. That's a lot of damage, or a lot of harassment that he provides.
Make your
Not a
peace
whole
quickly.
lot happens here, though. Actually, forgo how much... Oh, yeah. I'm not a huge fan of that Butcher skin either. There are much cooler ones. Big stun and silence onto the Johanna. Cleanse does allow her to pop her own Unstoppable. I don't really like anything aside from base Butcher skin for Butcher. Both sides are starting their siege camps here. 120 meat already. Victuals, really? Interesting. It's called Victuals, right? Yeah, Victuals. I don't know what Victuals are. They like blood vessels or something? Probably shouldn't say a word that much if I don't know what it means. Both camps do get utterly annihilated by the opposing team. Sonya putting a fair amount of pressure onto the map, though. Malthael doing the same. Lane does get blown up by the Johanna, though. 10s are available for Gen.M. Pyroblast! Pyroblast gets picked up. I guess I don't really have an answer to it, to be fair. No stasis or anything. Jayla's the only one who can really answer Pyroblast easily. Victuals just means food. Thank you. Both sides position for the bottom siege camp here. Didn't go so well for gillyShark last time, but maybe this time will be different with Malthael involved. Camp's already basically done. Stukov arm should be ending in a moment. Odin gets popped. Big Pyroblast coming out. Sonya does go down to the Pyroblast. Stark goes down as well. Blue health bar is pretty healthy right now. Ikeb goes down as well. Gen.M Esports putting in a lot of punishment onto gillyShark, taking 3, completing Butcher's quest, and picking up a bottom camp to boot. Arcane Punisher is being picked up very quickly. I don't like that Butcher skin either. Not a fan. Not a fan. Arcane Punisher is going to be picked up any moment. Johanna doing a little bit of poking, but does not look like they're interested in engaging at the moment. And there it is. It does get picked up. Everyone rotates to try and answer this. Unstoppable gets popped. Lots of damage onto Butcher as he did connect that charge. Leap onto Butcher. Unfortunately, Butcher goes down after quest is complete. Not going to be beneficial for gillyShark, but these blue health bars dropping very quickly. That is 2 for nothing. Potentially 2 for Fort, actually. Arcane Punisher does leap onto Johanna, but does go down. I think that tower's dead. Does the arcane thing... Oh, it doesn't spin one more. So yeah, no, Fort stayed alive. Solid defense from gillyShark, trying to secure at least a win. Doesn't do a whole lot for them at the moment, unfortunately, but it does prevent their opponents from getting much. Yep, inevitable end. Not surprising at all. Inevitable end is a very common pickup for Malthael against this much crowd control. Like, that's just a must pick almost. We might see a fight here. Big leap onto 3. Cho goes in as well. Health bars dropping very quickly. Malthael goes over the wall. Ancestral not gonna be fast enough, and it's the red team that loses a whole bunch of health and lives. Pyroblast going out onto Rhaegar, following up the charge. That is a 3-4-0 trade for Gen.M Esports now. Butcher continuing to stack. And the siege does begin onto mid, not caring about the fact that there are no minions in sight. First fort does go down in favor of Gen.M, but we are in about 10 minutes. Forts are not the most valuable thing in the world anymore. Camp does get stolen by Gen.M, and they continue their tyrannical rule of the map, pushing on to that top fort, taking it out very quickly. This is double camp. It does really have to be answered by gillyShark, and they've got to stop these 16s from happening. Big leap goes out, but the bunker does go out as well. Blue health bars are dropping, though. Malthael dropping faster thanks to the silence. That is 2 red health bars down. Both the bruisers. Big silence keeping Johanna from being able to escape, and she does go down. The camps go away, but 16 advantage is in play for Gen.M. Minions should be here momentarily. And a very, very healthy Butcher. Also a very well-fed Butcher. He's fat. I'm calling him fat. Shrine will be up momentarily, but so will gillySharks. They seriously need a pretty major win somewhere in here. Butcher does clean up that bottom camp. Fort does get picked up. Red team gillySharks does go to try and answer this. But the objective is still up, and that is still very much a concern, especially as we approach potential game-ending scenario here. 16 advantage still in play for Gen.M, though. Looks like gillySharks is going to try and get their own 16s for the defense and just not worry about the objective. This is a very fair decision. Also potentially risky. Especially because I don't know if they'll be able to get 16s. Frozen Punisher. Oh, it's frozen! Oh, that's really bad for gillySharks here. They do initiate the hard back with these camps pushing, trying to put some pressure in the other lanes. This Frozen Punisher going to be providing a lot of pressure onto gillySharks. Doesn't look like the jump can get baited quite yet. There it goes. Unstoppable gets popped. Frozen Punisher taking a decent amount of damage and getting pulled into the much more heavily defended mid lane there. Does get leashed back into the top lane, starting to focus on that keep. Down to about a third health. All health bars pretty healthy, aside from the structure and the infernal. Johanna does engage, pops the unstoppable to not worry about the charge. Stuck-up arm does zone out quite a few big damage on to the Tychus. Pyroblast as well. Looks like the blue health bars are falling faster. Bunker does help out a little bit, though. Johanna engages onto pretty much the entire team. Malthael is going down very quickly. That is 1-for-1 trade right now. 2-for-1 trade, as Sonya does join Malthael in the grave. Keep has not fallen yet, actually. I don't think Gen.M Esports have the health pool right now to successfully take it, but maybe big pick up on the Rhaegar there. With flamethrower, yeah, he doesn't have flamethrower yet. Yeah, no, flamethrower is 20. But the keep in that top lane does go down in favor of Gen.M, who start to disengage, potentially to try and answer this pretty massive wave in mid. Looks like Blaze is going to answer it. Just chilling, doing Blaze things. He's losing a lot of HP fast, though. Double siege camp hurts. Top lane bruiser is getting picked up by gillySharks. Insane bunker? Yeah, no, the bunkers have been pretty solid so far. Like, pretty much all of them have turned negative fights. Potentially gonna see a fight momentarily. Looks like gillySharks want to start a pre-20 fight. Does not look like they're gonna get it though, as 20s do come for Gen.M Esports. And gillySharks do disengage, trying to stay safe as best they can. Yeah, no, they're just hard disengaged, and they want nothing to do with these enemy 20s, which makes absolute sense. Yeah, and then yeah, flamethrower. KT's build is basically always the same. Like it's just a good build. Like, yeah, bird flesh, nether, yeah. I don't think I've pretty much ever seen a KT go for a different build, honestly. Not in NGS, at least. gillySharks is trying to soak their own 20s while answering these camps. I don't think they'll be able to by the time the objective ends, though. That would take a lot for them to do. Joe, though, putting a lot of damage onto these waves with help from the lightning shield. Goes down pretty easy. Yeah, no, there's no way. This is... Even the defense might be down 20. This is going to be a very hard ask for gillySharks to pull off here. Arcane Punisher is going to start pushing in the mid lane. Let's just chill the camera here while everybody slowly works their way over. Looks like Johanna's continuing the soak a little bit in that bot lane. Arcane Punisher is available. Although does have the Unstoppable, so he can potentially bait it, and he does. Losing a fair amount of HP to the Punisher, though. Odin gets popped. Front wall is down. Punisher's already down below half health. The teams do not like to interact with each other while the Punisher's alive. And it looks like Gen.M is just gonna back off after taking that keep. That is 2 keeps down for Gen.M. And they just, like, we didn't get a pick. We aren't gonna stick around. We're just gonna back off and chill. Nope. Push gank? They were considering it. They were definitely considering it. Bot lane's pretty much the only lane that Gen.M has to worry about for the moment, so they might just be able to put a ton of pressure on this map and force gillySharks to make a mistake. Might see a fight initiating. Both sides do have 20s. Aggressive stares. Everyone stare at each other. Fury sees it. Blaze is a little far from his team. Does pop the bunker. Infobox drops to about 50%. Arm is already down. Big ult from the Butcher. Pyroblast does go out. Malthael is the first to drop. Randy Newman and Cawthorn, though, very low, but it's instead Sonya and Rhaegar who go down very, very quickly. That's 4 down. Joe is definitely next, though. Actually, no. Looks like she gets to live. I'm sure Jenna will look for active single players. Well, the Punisher's up. Once you don't want to interact. Yeah. Fair actor. But we do see the core push initiate. Stark does have a lot of ways to stall this out. However, this is a very fed Butcher. Joe does go down. Core almost immediately after as the GGs are called. And that is a sweep for Gen.M Esports. Let's go ahead and choose the prediction outcome. Give it a second. And pop. There we go. GG's all around. Blaze almost hit the 20 for bingo. I don't think that would have secured a bingo, though. Healer did go E-build. Yeah, no, I don't see... Oh, the bingo board's my own. Whoops. Did not play bingo properly. Sorry, gillySharks. Very sorry. So, how does it feel to win with a butcher?
I mean, you say it like it's the first time, but it feels good to win for the season. That's more the question. So it
Fair. This is your first win for the season, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, first win of the season, and you guys were the underdogs. How does it feel?
You know, it feels pretty good to, put everything together. And like you said, I guess it just took the butcher, I guess, to get our mojo back.
Fair, very fair. I know that was definitely some interesting games. Most notably in the drafts. There's more than a few things I didn't expect. My chat, on the other hand, very much expected the butcher. I guess I just have not seen enough of you guys for that.
You must have had some old teammates in the chat or something.
I mean, yeah, Hector, Greek Fire, a few other people.
Oh,
so
yeah, Hector used to play with us. Yeah, he's played with us before.
Fair enough. So you guys, yeah. I did notice you guys go for map pick for game 1. That's kind of unusual. Most people prefer first pick. Is there a specific reason, or?
We're usually pretty agnostic when asked to, especially like if it's our choice for game 2. I don't know. For me, whether I'm right or wrong, it feels like we don't have any strong first pick. What am I trying to say? We don't have like a strong desire for first pick based on kind of like the heroes we play. It feels like, and so I don't know. It feels like more just like getting a map that is fun to play. It feels more fun for us.
Fair. Yeah, no, Tomb of the Spider Queen. Both games that I casted you guys for, that was the map you guys chose first.
Yeah.
Any specific reason? Just a fun map you guys like?
I think it's again a little bit of the same. I think it lets us do some of the play some of the heroes, like favor some of the heroes that we enjoy playing, and I think that are also like that suit the map as well. We have like
that is fair.
You saw Garrosh being banned, so we favor Garrosh, but then Fox likes to play Dahaka on that map, and it's a pretty decent Dahaka map for the 4-man, and just playing some safe poke. Sometimes we'll play Maev, but they took it from us. Like a Lucio, I guess when Greek Fire's there, a potential Lucio. So there's like a lot of overlap that feels like it's strong on the map.
Very fair. Yeah, no, I saw the Chromies Duke off Dahaka, and I'm just like, there's a lot of zone control here.
Right, exactly, yeah. I think that's probably kind of it. We don't really we need to sit down and prep for this, like why we do the things we do. So we have a good answer for this, but that's my take.
Other interesting thing of note, there was a 10-death game for game 1. That's a very unusual sight. I'm curious if you have any comments or feelings about that.
Meaning like
both sides got 5 kills. That was it. That was it for the entire game. Both sides got 5 kills.
Oh. I mean, I don't know. What would that be? Just tentative to fight, I guess, is more about rotating, I guess, through the map, and I don't know. It was just like one fight that won the game, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like is that not the norm? I feel like that's kind of like what you see a lot when
usually,
and as you go up in division, I feel like that's like very or can be very normal.
I mean, yeah, I did mention it when I forget what it's called, the like big professional thing that isn't happening anymore. They usually were like 10 to 15 kills total.
Yeah.
But, like,
we're just professionals over here. That's what you get when you stream us. So, you just get a
very fair.
no-nonsense game. No nonsense.
Very, very fair. Yeah, no, and commented on most of the stuff I found interesting, so I'll let you have the floor for shoutouts.
Who am I supposed to shout out? I guess the team first and foremost is for having me back for the season and for everyone getting the first dub. It was a good time. Shouts out to gillyShark. That was a fun game. I played with them last season, so I played with everyone except for Iron last season. So those guys are always fun, and the bingo that they do is a pretty good time as well. We didn't participate, but I'm sure they. I know they did. I'm sure or interested to see on how their bingo shook out, but it's always fun playing them. And shouts out to you guys in NGS, I guess, as we'll lump you as one conglomerate for putting this on and giving us a cast. We always appreciate the attention and people casting our games for us. So thanks.
You're very, very welcome. So good luck in your future games, and hopefully I will see you guys in more casts.
For sure. Yeah, we'd love to see you. All right. Yeah.
Alright, so thank you all for joining me. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the recording in a moment. Are there any... Nope, nothing else I need to announce. But welcome to our first chatters. I noticed a few of you guys popping in while I was doing interview stuff. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I will hopefully see you all next time. There's a lot of casts going on, so I'm gonna find someone to send you guys over to. And yeah, see y'all around. Peace.